Hello. Hi, guys. Welcome to your tarot reading 1111. So, I am really excited actually to do this video for you guys because I feel like it's a time to rebuild. Okay. So, a lot of people are going through different things. And whenever I do the readings, I always look for positive messages because I like to give positive messages, but it seems like it gets dark, right? And I feel that right now, a lot of people are really letting go. They're letting go of things that belong in the past, right? And people too. And it's to let things in. I've been getting so many, um, it's like good news, so much like good karma. Okay, I'll say it that way. That it's like hard to keep track of because something's happening over here and over here and over here and over here. And it just feels like this energy it's light, but it's also heavy, if that makes sense. Like there are things that are heavy, but those things that are heavy, it's like you have to release them. You have to let go, as hard as it may be. And there's a lot of things that are coming in. And I feel like these things that are coming in, they're meant for you. So it's like I said in the last video, it's a new season. For a lot of you, you're healing relationships from the past. But look, you're also breaking free. Like you're breaking free from the chains of whatever is holding you back. And there's a lot coming in. Find balance, but also that is equivalent to the Wheel of Fortune because it has that wheel, right? But it also has the two, it's like the Two of Pentacles, which would be balance. So I feel like there may be somebody that, I don't want to say it this way, but I'm going to say it the way it's coming through, was using you for that. Maybe you are a person that's very stable and you balanced somebody, and maybe you're finding out that this person is a narcissist. Maybe like you're seeing the bigger picture of, who this person really is. Maybe you didn't want to see that, but you're seeing it. Like spirit is showing it to you. Okay. What else? Or this person wasn't helping you. So the next card we get is spread your wings. So this has to do with you, like finding yourself, coming back to yourself. We'll say it that way. Coming together is a card that comes out with it. Look at two twos. And actually, this is a number 2 card too. So that might be a synchronicity, but it has to do with balance. And I feel like there was something or someone that was really holding you back, weighing you down. And I feel that when you release this, look at the chains, when you release this, you're going to be able to spread your wings and things are going to start coming in for you. And I feel that this has to do with, obviously the new year. Also, Christmas is a time of, gifts and things coming in and being able to receive. Thank you, everybody that's on here. It's good to see all you guys. And I know a lot of times you see, the cards and you don't see the person, behind the message. And so sometimes I like to come on here and show my face. So let's see what else. Spirit, what else do you want to say? The cards that are flipped over. This is a deck that I used to use a lot in my, we'll call it spiritual quote unquote journey, but like for Twin Flame. And here's the card. So I haven't used this deck in a while. Some cards are flipped over, such as love and giving and receiving, and this being an equal, like, give and take, where I feel that for you in this past connection with somebody, you were giving too much of yourself. I do want to show the card on the other side of this. It's hopeless and helpless. For a lot of you, you may feel this way about this person. Like you had to release this person. They had to figure it out for themselves. You couldn't help them anymore because they didn't want to see something. And seek, this makes me think of somebody that was like very attention seeking and you just kind of let that go. So challenging times that you've been in, but look, balance. And we saw 222. The twos are all about balance. They're all about this yin and the yang and how that has to come into balance. You know, there's too much you're giving and this person's taking. um there could be a wound there and maybe that was something you had to heal, but first, like, you saw something, you had to see something for what it was, and the challenge may have been that for you to release this and release this person so they could go and find themselves, right? But you didn't want to carry that. It was like a weight that was holding you back, holding you down. I feel like this person put a lot on you also. They created a lot of problems, drama for you, possibly challenging times again. And again, I feel like they were using you because you were somebody that was very balanced. That's the message that we started with. It's find balance. So, okay, these are oracle cards. We are going to get into tarot here. And then daydream and decisions. That card came out in reverse. But I feel that for a lot of you, there was a choice made here. And it could have been a choice from another person of if they were either ignoring you or avoiding or whatever, that's a choice that was made, right? Because the two of swords is also about decisions in tarot, right? So even if this person didn't make a choice, they did by not making a choice. But I feel that ultimately you made this choice to just walk away from this person because they could have been way too controlling. They may have tried to control the situation, control you. And you just saw that like this was a one-way street. Like this person was very one-sided, or like they just took their own sort of, it was selfish. Like they took themselves into consideration. They didn't take you into consideration with like decisions and, you know, how things went and where things went. And ultimately that wasn't going to work and it wasn't going to go anywhere. And you saw that, you know, this was something that was fueling somebody's ego. This was something that was not for your highest good. So the heart chakra here, well-deserved reward, sadness and isolation, and love in reverse at the bottom. So again, I feel like a lot of you thought this was a love connection, or it was a love connection. You were very connected with this person through the heart chakra, but this person didn't want to let go of their old ways of being. And ultimately, you had to let this person go. And because you did, because you released this person, you let them, you know, go on their way. You just kind of, you release them and you release yourself at the same time. And all of the things that you were holding back, you just sort of maybe purged a lot of things, right? And this person now is dealing with that. This person, I feel like they have a hard time looking at themselves, but ultimately, you know, they are in this energy of sadness and isolation, and you're in this energy of receiving and reward. And again, like a lot of things are coming back to you. So I didn't want to make this reading about somebody else. I wanted to focus on you because, again, I feel like there's a lot that's coming in. Here's somebody blocking. You may be blocking this person. You may now understand how much this person blocked, you know, your blessings, or you gave this person a lot of chances to come around, like, correct, right? And they didn't show up in this way. And so you may have blocked this person. Here's the Three of Swords. Again, I didn't want to make this reading about this person, but they're holding on. They're still holding on. I feel that you were a lesson for this person. We do get this world card. It was in reverse, which has to do with, completion of cycles, right? So in essence, it's almost like when you've completed something, you know how hard it was to get there, right? And you don't want to go back to wherever this person is. Like they want you to meet them at the beginning, and you're like, no, I've done the work. Sorry. You need to do the work if you're there. Like you need to do the work. I'm not going to do the work again. So you're over here at the end, and they're all the way at the beginning. Or like when you release this person, they spiraled back to the beginning. So there's some kind of energy like that where this person is trying to pull you back, but I don't feel like a lot of you are going for that. See, the Knight of Wands. So because you were able to release this person, there are a lot of things that are coming in for you and your energy, and it's almost like Spirit is keeping you busy with that, right? Like if it's a new person that's come into your life, the Hermit, this person feels intimidated by something. We're going to get back to that card. One more on this, Spirit. What else here? The the Ten of Pentacles. So somehow this person is being held back, okay? If it has to do with, say, for you, things are going really well, the path is clear, right? For this person, it's not. They're in isolation. They don't want people to see them because they're not feeling great, right? So that's the Hermit. And the Ten of Pentacles has to do with their surrounding. So the people around them may be really shady. There may be people taking from them, right? You're no longer giving to this person. The Empress in reverse. Again, you're no longer giving to this person. The Lover's upright, the Magician in reverse, and the Ten of Pentacles. There's a back and forth, a back and forth. This person keeps, it's like they want to tell themselves that this was not important, that you were just somebody that stumbled into their life, possibly. But this person, it's like they've learned so many things from you. There's a lot of lessons here. And they felt so much love, more love than they've ever received from anybody before. So they can't overlook that, right? And the Magician card in reverse is you taking this back. So you were just, feeding this person. You were just giving into this. It's this card. Look at these cards and the way they came out. You were just giving your love to this person, like really feeding them. I'm going to use that word because that's what's coming through. And the card at the bottom is love. You were just really giving to this person, and they didn't want to see. Look at this card that like stayed here for me it wanted me to see it, right? Wanted you to see it. And they refused to see this until it was taken away. And so when it's gone, now they feel it. They feel how much you sort of invested in them. And without this, there's a sense of loss. There's a sense of like there's something that's missing. So they're missing you. There's this sense of, we were, let me move this card. It feels like a puzzle, but you were working on something together. You were collaborating. You were a team, say, okay. And when you pull back, this person feels like it's like half of who they were. They have half of whatever it is. Like you were the person that was like the bond here. You are the nurturing energy. You are the person giving. Without that, they have nothing, right? So, love, it makes me think of love as an action word, right? Because we get the Empress in reverse, the Lovers upright, the Magician in reverse, and then the Ten of Cups upright. So what is love? Like, if you're not going to go after it, what is love, right? What else? Justice. This is karma. This is karma for a person. And this person is trapped. There is no escaping this, because even if they go to another person, nothing matters, because this person will remind them of you. Okay? Or whoever they run to, it's like, or escaping, whatever they're doing, they're trying to run away from this. They're trying to escape this. They're trying to find somebody that's like you. They're trying to find you, but they can't, because you're gone, right? In other words, they can't escape it. The Judgment. Yeah. Karma. Justice in reverse and Judgment in reverse is karma. Those two cards together. This is karma. This person is going through karma. And look at the King of Pentacles. This is the King of Pentacles. Like, you've withdrawn your energy. This person was feeding off of your energy. They have no more fuel. The Four of Wands in reverse. They could have had it all, but they let it slip away. I don't know what song that is, but that's the lyrics that are coming through. Maybe some of you guys will recognize that song and you can comment, right? Okay, and then we get the Page of Wands in reverse, which has to do with, you know, this was when you were fully invested and you're not. You pulled your energy back. So at the bottom is, I want to say Justice, because that's what this energy feels like, but it's the Hermit and it's the Hangman. So it's this change. 5 in tarot is change, right? And it's the Hangman where this person is stuck. And on the other side of that, like, you're celebrating. Okay, you released yourself. Here's the Queen of Wands. In your mind, you kind of cuss this person out. You're like, screw you, peace. Like, I'm not here anymore. You're looking to your future, and you're looking to your sort of taking back your investments. Like, whatever you invested in this person, you're taking it back, because that card was in reverse. And again, this card is in reverse, which is the Four of Wands again. So you're no longer giving, and you don't even care if this person apologizes, because Spirit is telling you, look at all these cards. This is my karma card, by the way. And in reverse, it means that there's reverse karma, but we saw that already, right? You have a lot of this inner sort of knowing of it's time. The Temperance is it's time for you to look in a different direction. But that is felt very strongly from another person. And here, this is Sleeping Beauty dreaming over here. Like, somebody has been just sitting on this energy, right? Sitting on this energy. This is the Red Garden and the Art of Seduction. So that's interesting, because that comes up for your energy and how you're coming across to this person. I feel that the Red Garden, the garden very much is, and because we get the Art of Seduction, is very sexual, right? So for a lot of you, there is this energy around you and you're attracting things to you, right? So there is an energy that's felt here. No rain today, and like a bird in listen. These are all cards I've seen, Eve, in the recent readings, and the House of Flowers. So if there was a home here between you and a person, that home that this person felt like they couldn't return to, in the past, they took it for granted that they could return to this home and there wouldn't be, consequences because you always took them back, even if this person has secrets and, you kind of kept them under this umbrella of, you would forgive them. Now there's a tower, and that doesn't exist anymore. You've been released liberty from this energy. There is no more like this is Rapunzel at the top of the tower, let your hair down. There is no more of that. You've been working on like weaving your own flowers and how can I escape this situation? And now it's, it's like to each his own type of energy. You're going to go after your own abundance. And this is day and night. Like you turned on this person where home for the sky, you told this person like F off. You thought you can find like the perfect key, whatever that meant. And what is this? I can't even, the gift. Yeah. I feel like for you, something has come in where you're like taking off. You're not available to this person anymore. This person is not able to reach you anymore. This person thought that they like had what is this? The anchor. They thought that they could always, come back to you. And you're like, well, was that your wish? Because for me, it looked very different on my end. And, for me, I had a lot of time to think and plan, what I was going to do with my future. And this is not what I wanted my person to look like. This person, for a lot of you, is a cat and mouse game. And you did see this person like somebody that was very flighty, like they were always in this fantasy and you didn't know where they were. They were in some fantasy, but here you are, you're like a shining light and you couldn't get this person's attention. So for a lot of you, you kind of gave up on this person because you thought, what is this person looking for? It's not this, or it's not love. This person is looking for attention. In other words, there's a wound under that. And a lot of you saw that in this person. There was a wound. For a lot of you, maybe you recognize this. Like if you've gone through something similar in your past, or maybe you've been on a spiritual journey and you can see through people and kind of where they're at, the journey, and you said, this person needs to grow up, basically. But you started to get back to yourself. You started to get back to yourself. You didn't want to be on a tightrope. You felt like this person was always, if it was that they were judgmental, or, you were like always dodging some kind of bullet. Here, you just feel like you did dodge a bullet when you let this person go. And you were like, you know what? You need to grow up. And that's not what I'm looking for. Like you're a gardener. You are ready to find like your rose, and this person is not that. Okay, flower spirit here and pure nature. You want somebody that is honest and gonna show up this way, right? You don't want somebody that is gonna show up as like this child that is just immature, and you have to like, I don't know, if it's, you feel like you may have to nurture them or take care of them, or teach them or something. You're like, no, that's not where I'm at in life. Sorry. Like, I've gone through my dark night of the soul. I've grown. You need to grow up. And the treasured memories, this person has a lot of memories of you. They're looking at you now differently, because you're no longer giving into this was very childish. It got boring to you, and here you are, like, on your mushroom. Whatever that means, okay? But there's a change of season. For some of you, you understand that there is a change in season. And my home is my castle. So for a lot of you, like, you don't need anyone. You don't need anyone. You have yourself, right? But you also have all is connected. You also have this understanding of what you've gone through in life, and you didn't go through all of this, to have this kind of connection with a person that is not giving. Okay. So I feel that for a lot of you, you walked away from a person, but look, to the moon and back. I feel that there is somebody that is worthy of your love that's coming in for you. And it might not be this person. I feel that for a lot of you, and the reason I say that is that you're holding on to a person, and I feel that it might not be that person. For some of you, if it is, this person is meant to be, and that will be shown to you. But for a lot of you, this challenge for you is about letting go, right? And releasing, letting go and releasing. See the Knight of Swords. There is somebody that's going to fight for you and for your love. And it's not going to be like a shady type of person. That's not what you weren't meant for, this connection of like somebody shady. There is something long-term coming in. What's at the bottom? The Knight of Cups. Yeah, it's like you're giving into the wrong thing. That's what I feel. There's a Knight of Pentacles. There's two energies that are coming towards you. I want you to know that. I feel that this person may have an apology for you. There's the Nine of Pentacles. There's somebody seeing you for who you are. Okay, and that's all I have to say. There is somebody that sees you for who you are. And whoever that is, that person is going to be shown to you because they're going to invest in this. They're not going to be a person that pretends to be the victim and they're really just shady as hell. There's somebody that is just really honest and open. I feel like there's some energy that you have to get past here. What else? This person is going to take a leap of faith for you. But in the meantime, like, there is a person here that is dealing with themselves. And this person wasn't showing up right. That's what I see for this person. It was like they wanted you to carry their burdens. They weren't giving to you. They were just taking from you. This person sees who you are now, but I don't feel like this person can really get back. They can't get back. There is a new person for you. There is a person that's going to be able to show up for you. I feel like this may be somebody from your past, somebody that realizes that you and them were meant to be. But it's almost like, let me show you the cards because these are interesting cards. So we get the Tower in reverse. We get the Strength card. Somebody may have felt like they weren't good enough for you in the past. We get the Four of Swords. They didn't fight for this. They may have walked away, and it's almost like Spirit kind of leaves us here in this place of, well, okay, so what does that mean? What else? Spirit here. Heartbroken. And yeah, I feel like you are going to get a message from someone and they're going to express their love to you. Under that is backstabbing in reverse, the snake. I feel like there is somebody that's going to realize like who you are, because after this breakup, or this could have been a past person, like this person, it could have been years perhaps, because we have the ships, this anchor energy again, where this person may have thought about you for years, and like they compared everybody to you. Possibly they're reaching out to you and they're realizing that, they're in separation from their person, you're in separation, maybe you were meant to be. What else here? Look, I get engagement ring. I feel like some of you guys are gonna find your person, and like you didn't expect this at all. You had no idea that this person even thought about you. Coffee time. Yes, separation. And Cupid's arrow. This person, ooh. Okay, twin flame at the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to end it with that. That's interesting. Twin flame at the bottom. So this may be somebody that you just didn't expect for them to show back up in your life. And all of a sudden, here they are. And this could be also like at a time when you're going through a breakup and you really just didn't expect it. Unexpected. That's the title of this video, because that's what I get for this energy. This is very unexpected. Whatever this is that spirit has in store for you, it is very unexpected. Okay, so I'm going to end on that note. Thank you all for your comments. I love to see you guys chatting in the chat. I can't always pay attention to that because obviously I'm doing a reading, and I also can't see. Like at a distance, I can't see. I need my glasses. So, like I said, I do appreciate you all being here, and I appreciate everybody for their subscriptions to the channel, for the comments and the likes. And also everybody that donates to the channel, that joins as a member, and just watches in general. So yeah, okay. Good to see everybody on here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.